And we are back. I'm the Dad Panther, and we're going to talk about Retromania Wrestling. It's less than 30 days before it comes out. There's some questions that I'm seeing in the on the internet. Am I saying that right? Click allow. Yep, so we're back and we are talking about Retrosoft Studios and Indie Studios that is working on the biggest project that they've done together. And it's Retromania Wrestling, and I'm not saying it with the epic Retromania Wrestling. Well, I just did. There you go. So this game is supposed to come out in less than 30 days. It's going to have 16 wrestlers in it. It is going to have over 50 possible matches or different combinations you can do. You got different arenas that are created inside the ring. For instance, you're looking at War Horse, and he's just wild with it. But it's supposed to be the follow-up for WrestleFest, which I think came out in the 90s. And this game will have a few different modes in it. You can actually let the game play and just watch and do commentation on it if that's your thing. It is my thing. But it's cool. It's a mixture of wrestlers that you're going to have. Now, I get some people are going to feel some type of way about the wrestlers that are in it, but the possibilities are endless. Seeing on how well this game does once it does come out, which is February 26th, that will open the possibilities for a multitude of things, for like create an arena, create a wrestler, women coming into the game wrestling, more wrestlers coming in and things of that nature, online play. The possibilities are endless. Now, there are some questions. Now, some people are wondering, hey, what's the pricing, digital and hard copy? How does that work? Well, now, from what I've got from their website, I believe if you're going to go digital, it's $24.99. If you're going to go digital plus is $29.99. So it's $24.99 for just the digital, $29.99 for digital plus. And what that comes with, I don't have all the details on it, but I think it's something like you get the game digitally, you get a hard copy of the game, and I think you get some stickers and the card that I showed earlier that shows the button map out. And that is done by, I believe the company is called Limited Run Games. Now, there is no date on when you'll get your hard copy when you buy the digital plus. There's nothing on that yet. Now, the price of both of those will go up if you wait for the game to come out. So these are pre-order prices. Now, if you buy it now, it's the prices I mentioned. If you don't, you're talking about $5 more once the game comes out. So just keep that in mind. The game will increase from $24.99 to $29.99, and then the digital plus will switch to from $29.99 to $34.99. So just keep that in mind, give or take when the game comes out. That is what's going to change. Again, there is no honest date when it comes to when you get your the hard copy of the game that you're trying to get from Limited Runs games. Now, I think it's because they look at the order, Limited Runs games, they look at the order and they make it based off of that. So that's what I have the information on, the pricing and the date. Now, when it comes to some of the other questions that people are having in the community, like when are the codes coming out? For instance, if you do it on Steam, you're able to pre-order it right now. I think you can pre-order it on the Nintendo Switch as well. As far as the code given out, they're trying to give out that code days before the launch. If not, they guarantee it will be done of the launch. So they're still working on that. As far as the moment I'm making this video, I'm not able to pre-order it on PlayStation or Xbox. And I believe that's because right now they just sent it to certification, which I think is some type of, language for those respectful companies are checking and doing certain things that meet the requirement before they're able to sell or do a pre-order on the game. So as we get closer to that, I'm sure they're going to give an announcement on their Twitter and we'll be able to do a pre-order for that game. Now, as far as some other questions that the community's having, and I've tried to take these questions and go to their Twitter and see if they're going to respond to them. I've actually said, I believe, these questions on their actual dev stream that they've moved to Monday in the morning. And that's another cool way that you can check that out. The process of what they're going through, Mike and the crew, it's really cool to be able to hear the parts and things they're doing at the time. They're really going through testing. They just want to make sure this game plays the way it needs to play, the way they intended, and they want to put out an amazing product. And some of the questions that were out there were, one, what's the embrace was going to be like for the mod community? if you're not familiar with the mod community, and I'm not really kind of either, but the mod community is basically, you know, a game comes out, especially on PC, and is this community allowed to kind of alter this game and change it? Can you, you know, obviously it wouldn't be necessarily with their permission, but you change it and you get, you know, a different type of roster, a different type of look and things of that nature of the game. We don't know yet. We don't have any answer on next gen. So right now, if you buy this game on a current gen system, then you have it for that. We don't know if you'll be able to use it on the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series S or X respectfully, and if there's any features or loading time or things of that nature that will enhance that experience. PC requirements, I don't think we're out yet, but again, I think this is a 2D 16-bit setup, so I don't think it's going to demand much. When he did a stream with a group of guys maybe about a month ago, he said it doesn't require much on the PC, but he didn't have that information at the time. And probably for me, the last thing would probably be cross-play, cross-save. I think that would really increase the sales to know that information, especially if that information is there is cross-save and cross-play, because you'll be able to play with more people once they do set up an online mode. So that's a possibility. I mean, they said online is something that, you know, give or take what the sales are, so it could be something down the line that you see cross-play if it's been built into the system already and kind of hiding in the background. But the cross save would be interesting as well, because you would be able to save your wins and losses and progress across a multitude of other systems. So some of those questions are pretty interesting. Also the streaming, they did say that they're excited to see people stream this game, but I don't think they've come out to say if you're allowed to stream the contents of the game without altering the sound, meaning would you get striked for copyright if you play the theme music, if you played certain sound effects and things of that nature. So it'd be pretty cool if we got an answer on that as we get to the actual launch date. Now hit the subscribe button, notification, ring-a-ling-a-ling. Let's go for more than 3 likes. Now what wrestlers? Let's go with 3 wrestlers from the 16. Chris Bay is going to be downloadable content. I might do a video after for what that could be, but what's the 3 wrestlers on this that you're going to mess around with? I know mine, I'm going to mess around with Jeff, Colt, Johnny. Those are my 3 going in, and I can't wait to learn about, you know, maybe mess around with Matt or whatnot. But thank you for the support. Thank you for the new subscribers. You could have been anywhere in the world and you're here, and I honestly, truly appreciate that. Until next time, Kalika-lika-lao.